it's Nara Brown with the Nara Brown team at Long Realty. Happy New Year! Today, I'm standing in this beautiful kitchen of a listing that I have that's currently under contract that had an amazing view. However, I wanted to talk about the state of the market, kind of reflect on what happened in 2022, and maybe what to expect moving forward in 2023. Okay, so I first wanted to talk about 2022 year in review. So there were 12,305 homes that were sold last year, and versus 15,254 homes that were sold in 2021. So we saw a decrease in the number of homes sold, and that's definitely reflected of a slowdown in the second half of 2022 as rates were kind of creeping up. The average sold price in 2022 was $448,469 versus $398,643 in 2021. So we are definitely seeing a major increase in the average sales price over year. The highest home sold in 2022 was 6.9 million, which is really impressive, versus the highest home sold in 2021 was $4,080,000. The list to sold price ratio, so how much a home is listed for versus how much it sells for, was at 99.21% in 2022 versus 100.39% in 2021. So that just reflects 2021 being a really crazy market where everything was basically selling at list price or over list price, and we saw a slight decrease in that last year. The highest price to list ratio last year was in May, which was still at 102%. So we are still seeing last year a considerable amount of the homes that were still selling for well over list price. Okay, so now I wanted to give just a little bit of a snapshot on where the market is right now, January 2023. So we're seeing active listings at 3,287 versus the low right around 1,100. So we've definitely seen that go up substantially from the low inventory back in 2021. Saddlebrook has 65 active listings versus a low of about 11 or 12. Saddlebrook Ranch shows 21 active listings, and that got down to about 7 or 8. Oro Valley currently has 203 active listings, and the Catalina Foothills has 230. So what that's showing is that just over the last several months, we have slowly started to see the inventory creep up. The buyer demand has definitely sort of leveled off, and so now we're just seeing more inventory available. Now, if we go back and look at December of 2022, just to kind of see what has happened in the last month, we see the sales to list price at 98%. So meaning the homes are selling for about 98% of list price on average versus last year when it was about 99%. So once again, kind of a little bit of a decrease in that sales price versus list price from last year. Average days on market has gone to 43. That has also slowly started to creep up. So the expectation is that it's going to take a little longer for homes to sell now that we have more homes available. And the months of inventory across the board has gone up to 3.1 months worth of inventory. At one point we were well below 1 month's worth of inventory. So we're definitely starting to see the market stabilize. We're not seeing a huge decrease in prices. We're just kind of seeing a little bit less buyer demand. Rates have certainly affected that. And then more sellers that are having to wait a little bit longer and get a little bit more realistic about where they need to have it priced in order to bring that buyer and that offer. Okay, so now let's talk about what's to come in 2023. Of course, I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't know exactly, but here's my forecast. It's going to be mostly cloudy in the first half of the year. I think it's going to be partly cloudy in the second half of the year with a chance of showers thrown in. What I mean by that, of course, is that I think this first half of the year, with the rates being a little bit higher, we are still going to continue to see this market settle in. where we were at such an extreme seller's market. I do think we're gonna start to see it become more of a neutral, balanced market. So with 3.1 months of inventory, I think we're gonna see that creep up a little bit. We're gonna get more to a 6 months worth of inventory, which is considered a balanced market. I also think that in the second half of the year, if the Fed stop moving the rate, then we will see the actual mortgage rates drop a little bit. So I think that will help drive the market somewhat. We all know that price gains are slowing. So by how much? That's still kind of an unknown. And of course, that's a very localized thing. So we can talk about Tucson having year-over-year growth pretty consistently, but how that compares nationally, it's gonna really depend on the local economy. It also even actually depends if you go and look at each individual community, you're gonna see some differences there as well, versus active adult versus, regular first-time home buyers. All those types of things really do play an important factor in how we're gonna look. But I think overall, we're going to just see the market kind of neutralize and slow down for 2023. Not crazy, just a slowdown. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that information was helpful. Of course, we don't know what's gonna happen in 2023, but I am here to help you whether you're a buyer or a seller. I've got an experienced team that can help guide you through that process. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My phone number is 520-390-6000, or you can email me anytime at nara@soldtucson.com. Hope you have a great 2023.